Hey everyone, make this video because I've seen very few videos about this actually, but 2015 KTM RC390, excellent bike. I use it a lot for commuting, and I remember when I was originally looking at getting this bike, I was having issues figuring out, like what kind of storage there is under the seat, and obviously I was planning on carrying a backpack, but for stuff that you're going to need every day on the bike, sometimes you'll want to be able to keep some sort of storage on here where you can go back and change things. So basically I'm going to go over that. In terms of storage under the pillion seat, so right here, there isn't any, so I'm not going to take that off, but when you do, it's all wires and you have the intake, so I mean you might be able to squeeze like a plastic bag in there, but it isn't really feasible because that's your air intake. You don't really want to mess with that. And then in order to get it off, which I'll show you once I take the seat off, you have to use an Allen key, so like it's pretty time consuming, and it's not really worth it, to be honest. So what I'm going to do is, in terms of under seat storage, I'll show you what I've been able to fit under there. My bike is about 7,000 miles at this point, so got some experience with this. I'm gonna take that off. This is the KTM Power Parts seat. It's like an extra $100 or whatever, but it doesn't change the volume of what's under the seat here. It just adds more cushion to the top of it. So in here, this is all the storage you actually have. So let me take out everything I have in here, and I'll kind of get the camera in there. That's what you have. It's this little plastic container. So it's definitely enough to keep like a spare set of keys or a wallet, driver's license, stuff like that, registration. But what I've been able to find is you can get like a little organizer like this, which I was able to find at the dollar store. On the inside, got all my registration information, a couple tools, Allen keys, a little tire pressure sensor here, so you can see, or a gauge rather. And then I have a lock for my wheels, only one, but typically I use that one on my rear wheel and the rear disc if needed. So you got plenty of room in there, as long as you organize it. So putting that in, and then you gotta kind of work at it. You can get this in there relatively easily. Just kind of sits there like that. And yeah, there's that. There you go. And so all that fits under there. Beyond that, you do have a little bit of storage here in the battery compartment. It's nothing formal like this is, where it's not like designed for storage, but I was able to hook up like just an iPod charger or Apple charger to the battery, and it's wired out here, so I can actually pull it out. You can actually see part of it right there, but so I can connect that to my RAM mount here if needed. There's definitely room for that and a little bit more, but stuff kind of gets loose in there, so you want to tie things down. So again, that isn't that feasible for keeping any of your gear in. Yeah, so hopefully that answers your questions. I owned a CBR 600RR before that had its storage under the pillion seat, and while it wasn't formal, like the stuff could fall down into the side here, it was basically an equivalent amount. So this, like the KTM storage, is actually pretty good that they offer like a formal spot to put it in. So any questions you have, just throw it in the comments, and I'll try my best to answer it. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, I commute on this bike several times a week, and it's been great for me. I get about 55-ish miles per gallon. I'll make another video later about like commuting on this bike specifically and modifications I've made to help me along the way. But yeah, if anyone's looking at it, it's a great bike.